welcome to another episode of Larry's Rants, Raves, and Reviews! Now, it's the moment that you have all been waiting for. Here comes the man, the myth, the legend, my papa! Here's Larry!
No matter how much Chuck Schumer, AOC, Jeffries, no matter how much they try to spin it, the truth is that the Democrats are fighting to use your tax dollars to fund health care for illegal immigrants.
That is what it's all about.
I mean, that is. It's what it's all about. And the thing of it is, Randy, is the big, beautiful bill. Remember that term, that phrase, the big, beautiful bill?
Yeah.
It stopped so much of this wasteful spending.
Exactly.
And it stopped it. And it's absolutely killing the Communist Democrat Party because they need as much wasteful spending as they possibly can so that they can money launder it back to themselves and their families.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I mean,
that's what it's all about.
It really is.
What was the number one thing we'd always said? Follow the money, follow the money, follow the money.
And that's exactly it.
That's exactly what they're doing.
That's right. They need to have that money flowing out so they can keep on getting filthy rich.
Sure.
I mean, the Millionaires Club, they've got to do something. You know, Speaker Mike Johnson says, as a condition for ending the Democrat shutdown, Democrats, get this, guys, get this. Democrats want hospitals paid more to treat illegal aliens than American citizens, including young pregnant women.
Wow.
Democrats want the hospital to be paid more.
Yeah.
I mean, us Americans, we're just useless. We're wasteless. I mean, we're just nobody to the Democrats.
I know it. Well, we have been for so long.
You know, and he says...
It's just now being exposed. Just now. I mean, in the past year or two. It's just...
That is true.
It's just, you know, we've been blinded to it. And now with all the social media and all the stuff that's come out and everybody else's podcasts along with ours, you know, especially ours. I mean, we got the White House line right there. We get it right off the press.
Give us some credit.
That's it.
And he says, Speaker Mike Johnson says, that's not an exaggeration. It's written in black and white, page 57, section 2141 of Chuck Schumer's counter proposal. He said Republicans made it illegal for Medicaid to reimburse care for illegal aliens at higher rates than U.S. citizens, but the Democrats are now demanding to reverse that. And he said, if you don't believe me, go to speaker.gov, and it's in black and white. Mm-hmm. Folks, if you're still a Democrat, I don't understand you.
I don't either.
I truly don't.
I don't know.
I mean,
don't.
if you're
I've
still
talked to them, I've seen them, and I've talked. They're there.
Oh yeah, they're there.
And I know, you know, they coming. Some of them coming to your restaurant. I know.
Dumber than dirt. I'm sorry, but you're dumber than dirt if you're still a
get
a Democrat.
That piece of pie and keep going.
Yeah, there you go. Get that fried chicken and pie. You know, Hussein Care is the one who put all of this in, but then when you step in further, AutoPen put two pretty large amendments into it that made it even worse. Mm-hmm. And so that's what this big, beautiful bill is that they put into effect is they took a lot of Hussein Care and AutoPen and stripped it out of there and cut back on spending all this mess.
Right. You saw Biden's picture up with all the presidents.
Didn't you love that? Didn't you love that?
It was the AutoPen.
Now, you got to also remember during the scamdemic, during the Pelosi plague, hospitals were paid more if they were to diagnose someone with COVID.
Right.
Well, dear God, everybody that walked through the door, you had a broken leg. Yeah, you got COVID too.
Sure.
I mean, you got to think about this. Mm-hmm. And so it was just a free-for-all. Everybody in the world had COVID, no matter what you went in there for during the Pelosi plague. Mm-hmm. It was So that's what they're wanting, the same thing. They want to revert back to all of this wasteful spending.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It really is.
Now, I looked for a big sombrero. Well, I was going to, and then I didn't have time. I wanted to get a big sombrero because every time I mentioned Jeffrey's name, I wanted to pop it on real quick, okay?
Yeah.
I
Maybe
should
you did that little AI. Have you got into AI with the editing program?
I have. But I wanted to be the one to wear it, just to mock him and make fun. Someone put over on X, they said, Hakeem Jeffries demands that you pay your fair share with higher taxes. However, he pays only $213 in property taxes each year since buying his $1.2 million Brooklyn condo in 2007.
My goodness.
Now, folks, he is exploiting a tax abatement program meant for low-income, affordable housing. He supported expanding this loophole during his tenure in New York State Assembly, even though the program now cost, get this, the program cost the city approximately $1.4 billion annually in lost tax revenue. Now, this is what we call the elite. You see, these people believe that they are the elite. They are above the law. They love to quote, nobody's above the law.
Except them.
Except them. They truly believe that they are an elite status of human beings, that they are above the law. We, the people, must abide by the laws, but they either break the laws or they pass a law and then exempt themselves from it.
Sure.
I've never understood why Americans, we the people, have put up with the fact that they will pass a law and then say, but Congress and Senate is exempt from it.
Yeah.
I personally don't believe in that. Yeah. I think that if they pass a law, they should have to abide by every law of the land that we the people have to.
Yeah.
Do you disagree with that?
No, it's just, even with this shutdown, I think it was Warren Buffett that said, hey, to get this solved, he said, have them lose their paychecks. Cut their paychecks first. That ought to be law.
Absolutely.
Just write that in there.
Yeah.
So that they don't get paid.
Absolutely.
See how fast they'll get that budget passed. See how fast they'll get it through.
I think it would probably help pretty quick. That's for sure. Now, your buddy and your mentor, he's not a mento, he's a mentor. Senator,
Kennedy.
Senator, you knew where I was headed.
He's my favorite.
I know. Yeah, you knew where I was headed. Senator John Kennedy lists the crazy things that AOC and all of the Chuck Schumer and the Hakeem's Jeffrey.
Well, that's why they have directions on the shampoo bottle is for her.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Go ahead.
And his latest line was, AOC is trying to put an end to all the blonde jokes. Did you hear him say that?
Yeah, make it illegal.
Well, just the fact that she's a brunette and she's dumber than dirt. Here's what we'll say is that the things that they're holding up, they are holding America hostage.
Sure they are.
For all of the weird spending that they want. Some of them are just completely crazy. So I thought just for fun, we'd go through some of the wasteful and the ridiculous stuff.
Oh, okay.
Well, let's just name a few things. Now, let's first of all set this up. This was actually what they call a stopgap funding bill. So all it was doing was a short-term funding bill that they were trying to put in place, okay, until they could put a bigger bill together.
Right.
It was just stretching what was already there.
All it was.
All it is.
Very simple.
Yeah. So they eliminated all of this excessive spending with the big, beautiful bill. But here's the thought. Why was it ever there in the first place?
Good question.
Seriously. It's one thing that they were good enough to get control and pass this bill and eliminate it. But dear God, why was it ever there in the first place? So you have to consider that, folks. Did Congress ever read the bill? Now I'm pointing the finger at Democrats at this moment, but I'm also pointing the finger at Republicans now as well.
You're pointing at me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here, let's go over this direction. Okay.
Pointing at these guys out here.
Did Congress ever read the budget before? Did they not see all this nonsense, and yet they went ahead and voted for it?
Right.
Seriously? How much of these items are laundered back? Now, here's the question. How much of this money is laundered back to Congress and their family members? Let's take a look at this list. Here's the list that Kennedy has exposed. There's $3.6 million. Now, folks, you're going to think I'm making this up. This is so ridiculous. It's absolutely insanity.
I haven't heard this. What is it?
You haven't heard this?
No, I don't guess I have.
$3.6 million for cooking and dance workshops for male prostitutes in Haiti.
There you go.
Now,
well, Larry, me and you know that they need some funds over there to do that.
Folks, I'm doing this podcast and it's without I haven't shot a drink of nothing. I mean, I am absolutely as dry as a bone. You think that I'm drinking, but no, I'm not making this stuff up and I'm not drunk. There is another over $4.2 million for LGBTQ projects in Western Balkans and Uganda. $6 million to subsidize Palestinian media outlets. Well, what about giving us $6 million to help fund this podcast?
Yeah, there you go.
We'll take that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to waste money, go ahead and give it to us. $3 million for circumcisions and vasectomies in Zambia. So in South Africa.
Right. Well,
this is what is holding up. This is what is holding us Americans hostage. This is what shut down.
Yeah, you got to be kidding.
I wish I was. This is what Senator Kennedy.
That does not sound right.
It just doesn't. Here's more than $833,000 for transgender people in Nepal, $500,000 to purchase electric buses in Rwanda. And now this one I had to go look up. It's $300,000 to sponsor a pride parade in, I'm going to pronounce this, Lesotho. And I thought, where in God's green earth is that? It's a small country that South Africa surrounds.
Good grief.
Now, you're looking at me with such disbelief.
That's what caused the government to shut down.
Yeah, this is it. This is it. Now,
folks, you're not going to hear that anywhere else.
You're not.
You're not going to hear that on NBC Nightly News. You're not going to hear it on Fox. Even on Fox, you're going to hear it right here, just on here. You're going to hear it from Larry. you got to be right.
Well,
you sure you heard that?
Senator John Kennedy's the one who said it.
He's
your
right
hero.
On. He is. I believe anything he said.
He stood up there with these big, how they print them out, and stood there and listed. I mean, there's videos galore. It's all over social media. Thank God for social media.
Yes.
Because the simple fact is that, the communist propaganda media machine, the legacy media, they're not reporting any of this.
Of course not.
Now, folks, this is what I go back to. This is we the people's money. This is your tax dollars. This is your tax dollars that you either pay or you get thrown in jail.
Well, let's just approve it all so we can open the government up. That's what they're wanting us to do, right? Just
Oh,
approve
God,
it all.
no.
Approve it all and go on.
So the questions, Randy, that I've got is, are you, we the people, are you happy? Are you still a Democrat? Will you ever vote for a Democrat again in your lifetime? Now, here's one more. Here's $882,000 for social media and mentorship in Serbia. I got to tell you, I can't make this stuff up. But why isn't, here's the question, why isn't legacy media not reporting on this? Why aren't they asking Schumer and AOC and Jeffries these things? Why aren't they asking them? This is absolute nonsense. Speaker Mike Johnson again said Democrats are trying to distract the American people from their demands to fund the government. Nearly $200 billion to restore taxpayer-funded benefits for illegal aliens. That's what they've honed in on. But they also want to send $500 million to NPR and left-leaning media. They're also wanting to put in $1.5 trillion in new partisan spending. I mean, now, and I got to tell you, here's what a lot of people don't recognize, is that Schumer is really just a puppet right now for AOC and the socialist part of the Democratic Party. He's absolutely terrified, because he's up for re-election and he's afraid that AOC is going to give him a primary and move into his spot. Mm-hmm. So right now, Schumer is nothing more.
Right.
Nothing more than a puppet. Yeah. And she's pulling the strings.
Yeah, well, I know she's pulling them.
Yeah.
She's the one.
All right.
She's their leader. Their new leader.
Let me give let me give you just a few more, okay? A few more. They're wanting $490 million to go straight to PBS. Now, how is that prioritizing the American people? They want to, now, here's something. They want $157 million set aside for Congress itself. And the reason they want that is they want additional security for members of Congress to put residential security systems in their residence.
Yep.
Now, this is the elite, multi-millionaire embezzling from government, money laundering from U.S. aid and other programs. That's them. They feel like they're so elite, so important, they've got to have all of these security systems put in. They want $10 million for upgrades in security to the state office, while yet our average Americans are living in cities that are ridden with crime. This is the same Democrats, the same governors, the same mayors are fighting ICE and Trump to clean up the cities. They're fighting them. They're saying, remove your mask. We want to know who you are.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Well, I don't know. Maybe we need to start finding where all of these, I don't know. If you fight fire with fire, do we start publishing the home addresses for all the Congress and senators?
Yeah.
Would that be an idea?
They probably already have it. They should know that.
Oh, I'm sure we can get them. But do we start publishing them all over? Do we blow X up and put here's AOC's home address? I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, that sounds real ugly. I don't know, folks. This is the same. These are the same people who are telling ICE, take off your mask and quit trying to do what you're doing.
Yeah.
These are the same people, but yet they're so elite. They want us, we the people, to take our tax dollars and put in home security systems. And I'm confident that if they ever go out of office, we're not going to rip them right out of the wall and take them with us. I don't know. Are y'all feeling better about my idea about term limits? You should be. Okay, Randy, I've done enough ranting. So let's end on a positive note. You're looking at me.
I hope so.
You're looking at me cross-eyed and you're like, "Oh my God," Now, folks, I've had a wonderful day. Now, I will admit that trying to get to my first appointment at 8:15 this morning, every weird and crazy rude driver in the world pulled in front of me.
Yeah.
Trying to get to the studio this afternoon, they pulled in front of me. They did all kinds of weird stuff.
They saw you coming, Larry.
They really
knew
did.
Where you go.
They really
they knew
did.
where you were going.
But I've pulled it together and I've had a great day and I've enjoyed this podcast. But let's try to end on a positive high note.
All right.
Here's what I'll say. Every time we get a government shutdown, the Republicans back down and they start giving stuff away. Mm-hmm. But the high note is this. If they hold the line, do you know that the idiot Democratic Party handed Trump a blank check?
Exactly.
Huh?
I know that.
Yes.
That's a fact.
Yes.
Cut it down.
Here's a blank check. He could cut as many as 750,000 government jobs like that.
Yeah, all he's got to do is, okay, we're gonna just leave those out. We're gonna reposition everybody. And here's your new responsibilities. And it's called in the corporate world when a new company comes in and buys another company, they usually come in and flush the toilet.
Yeah.
And of employees.
Yeah.
Of the dead waste that's there.
Yeah.
And they come in, they look through all the payroll, they look through all the stuff and the employees and their duties and all that stuff, and they go and I know, I've seen it.
Didn't Elon go in and buy X and cut out about a third of their workforce?
Yes.
And look at how fabulous they are running.
Right.
How profitable they are. And I got to tell you, folks, that's exactly what President Trump and Doge needs to be doing, is to fire about 750,000 workers in the federal government. Mm-hmm. They need to defund billions of dollars in all of this left-wing spending and immediately balance the federal budget.
Right.
Now, I did see
balance it or not get paid.
Yeah, I like that.
That's Warren Buffett.
The Communist Democrats has handed him a blank check and he needs to take care of it. Now, here's what I can tell you. He can do this during this shutdown. Mm-hmm. And if he will do this, the Democrats will start running, screaming, and begging to reopen everything because he can do it.
Yeah.
Now, Trump needs to start slashing, cutting, firing left and right as fast as he possibly can. And they will come back. They will come back and renegotiate what they're wanting to do.
I bet they will.
And now, last night on X, I think I went to bed maybe about 11 o'clock or so. But last night, he was tweeting out and putting over on Truth Social that was his intent. And he even brought in the one guy, the guy that wrote the Project 25 or whatever that all the Democrats were saying that he was in charge of and all of that, and he had nothing to do. He said, I haven't even read it or anything. He brought him in and he said, okay, let's start talking.
Yeah. Let him come in and do some stuff.
Yeah. So between that and he and Elon has kind of made up and everything, Doge has put him in high gear. Mm-hmm. Start throwing these people out.
Yeah.
So, folks, here's what I'll say as we wrap up. Do you think I'm crazy? Do you think I'm overreacting? Well, this is your government. This is what your government, the Democrats, are wanting to do. And I'm afraid that the Republicans might bend. I really am. My biggest fear is the Republicans, the rhinos in the party, might bend. So this is why I preach. Absolutely preach. Term limits. Absolutely. Term limits is the answer. Well, come back and see us next episode. We'd love to have you.